Hello gamers, what is up? It is I, FGF Chris, and I'm joined by my buddy Ray.
Hello.
And we're going to be checking out this passion project that is in spirit of the Neo Geo Pocket game Card Fighters Clash, SNK vs. Capcom. Now this is a physical card game of that Neo Geo Pocket Color game, and it was created by a guy named Kiddo. He actually donated these mats that we're using right now, so big props to him. And yeah, we're going to explain the rules of how to play this game, and if you're curious about checking it out, you can always get these cards printed online and play for yourself. So we're going to dive into this game, and the objective is to use a deck of 50 cards, character, action, reaction cards, and you try to get the HP of the other characters down to 0, or whoever runs out of cards first loses the match.
Alright, so right here we have our ring where we keep our fighters. Each one, there's 3 spots for each one. Alignment does matter. We have our decks, discard piles, SP pool, and then we have these dice here representing different things, such as our hit points, our SP, and our battle points for our characters.
To explain the character cards, you have the franchise of what this character is from. In this case, it's SNK. On the top, you have the character's name, the game that they're from, and you have the battle points below, which is BP. This is basically the points that you use to get to your opponent's HP. And then you have the ability that these characters have, and sometimes they vary. They do different things to even up the tide of battle. And then below you have SP, which stands for soul points. These points accrue and helps you to basically use action and reaction cards. So that's the gist of the character card. Then you have the action cards. Use the soul points you get from the game to activate these abilities, these action abilities, and basically turns the tide of battle, and it's pretty cool. Then you have reaction cards, which are designed to counter your opponent's attack and use defensive measures and fighting or whatever. And it's pretty far out. And you also use soul points for that as well.
So first up, before starting play, we'll roll 2 dice to see who goes first. Higher player chooses.
Alrighty. Oh, wow, you got 7, and I have 11. 7-11, that's nice. Good luck. So I go first because I rolled dire number. So we draw 5 cards from our deck.
Now, since he goes first, he has a disadvantage of not drawing for his first turn. But after that, we would all both draw normally.
Exactly.
And beginning of your turn, you would activate your characters. We'll show you that when it comes. And then you would draw a card. But since you're first player, you won't do it for this one turn.
Yes, exactly. So I'm going to put in my card, E.g. Kisaragi. Now notice I have my card tilted. That represents standby phase, where I cannot attack, but I can defend. I can use as much action cards as I can afford with soul points or SP. Now once I do attack, I go into freeze phase, where I cannot attack or block until it's my turn again. These cards have abilities. Now there's 3 of them. You have a square ability, a circle ability, and a triangle ability. The triangle ability is instant. You put your card in the ring and it basically uses its ability immediately. With the circle ability, it's ongoing. It's an effect that lasts through however long your card is in the ring, unless it is changed by someone else's ability. And with the square ability, it is an activated ability that you could use instead of attacking. You could basically use your ability, freezes your character, but puts the effect into motion, and it's pretty neat. So also, when you put a card in, you have SP, soul points. This character card has 3 soul points, so I'm going to put a little bit of a 3 here on my dice, and now I could use a action card that costs like 3 or less for soul points. Alright, that is the end of my turn.
Alright, so that's the beginning of my turn. Now at the beginning of my turn, Chris's card here is no longer on standby.
It is active.
I'll do my active phase here. Nothing I have to activate, and then I get to draw my card. After that, let's play my card here. Mine dials in, slightly askew. Now he gets his quick ability where I get to view the top card of my deck, and I may move it to the bottom. Let's keep that one on top.
Yeah, good to have options. Okay, so it's my turn again. So I drew a card, and I'm putting in Athena Asamaya. She's in standby mode, and she gets 1 SP, 1 soul point, and then give her her battle points, her BP. Shows how much life Athena has. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a Cover Fire action card. The action card Cover Fire. And it uses 4 SP. So I take away my SP because I'm using it to buy this action card. Now this action card inflicts 300 BP of damage to one character. So I'm going to use it against your Dhalsim. And that will lower your battle points to 100. So now I'm going to attack with EG and try to get to his HP or his character's battle points.
Okay, so now it's my turn. I can choose to counterattack by basically defending with my character. I can also play reaction cards at this time as well. Well, in this case, I will choose to play a reaction card that costs me 2 SP. Let's bring that down to 1. I will show off my hand of cards, and I get to draw 1 card for every reaction card I happen to have in my hand, which is 1.
So you get to draw 1 card.
I get to draw 1 whole card.
And reaction cards are used when your enemy is attacking you, whereas the action cards you use when it's your turn to attack.
During your main phase.
During your main phase, yes.
Alright, well I choose not to defend with Dhalsim because I might want to save him a little later for something. So in this case, I'll be taking 300 damage.
Wow, yeah. Totally knocked the chip off the block, right? Alright, so now that my attack has happened, my character remains in freeze phase. So I am done with my attack and it is now your turn.
Okay, so that's starting my turn. I have, again, nobody to activate. Let's draw my card. Okay, so I can play my 1 character, and I'll choose to play an Akaris. What this character does has a triangle ability. All characters lose all their abilities.
Ooh.
This is great since he had a very nasty ability there.
With Athena, yeah. Well, I lost my abilities. That's kind of neat.
Now, another thing we get to do is we can back up our characters. And now a way you can tell that you can back up is if you look at the character down here, these are the characters that can back them up. Now whenever you back up a character, you power them up.
Yeah.
And I'll choose to do that with Necro, who happens to be on the list. So
And
I'll just kind of slide him under here.
And it adds 300 battle point to your
he's
to Dhalsim.
Back to 400.
Yuppers.
So it powers him back up. In a sense, I got to play more cards out of it.
And you can even attack in the same turn.
I may. So, what I choose to do is attack with Dhalsim here. And I'm attacking for 400.
Okay, and I will defend. And you could choose any card that's available out of freeze phase to defend. And that would be Athena because EG is already frozen. So I'm going to defend with Athena. There we go. And that will lower me down to 200 battle points for Athena. Now, as you see, I have 10 soul points. Now with this, I could use a union attack to get through my enemy's battle points to the HP in a very fast and efficient way. And it costs 5 SP to do a union attack. So basically what you do is you take 2 of your cards that are not frozen and you combine their battle points to do an attack to hopefully hit the enemy. Now he can only defend with 1 card against my union attack. Now say hypothetically he uses Anchorus with 600 battle points and I use a united attack with EG and Athena. He would win because I only have 500 battle points into his 600. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it up a notch. You could use a double union attack which costs 10 SP. So I'm going to add in Vanessa and that will give me a grand total of 1200 battle points attacking. Now he could still defend, but if I destroy his enemy, the remaining battle points goes to his HP. One thing I almost forgot, you have to have them in order to see who goes first in the attack and who goes second and who goes third. Say if he defends with Anchorus,
which I will do otherwise.
Which he will do.
That's a lot of damage.
Oh yeah. So if I put EG first, he is out of there and he loses 300 battle points. Then I'm going to use Athena Asamaya, who has 200 left, and she gets canceled out.
Brings me down to 100.
And then finally, I use Miss Vanessa, and I lose 100, but this 600 battle points will go right to his HP. And there you have it. So the idea is to go through your enemies, kick butt, take names, and destroy your opponent's HP to win. Or whoever runs out of cards first loses as well. I think that explains it.